Ever since I was little, I've been obsessed with the idea of like science fiction. I don't know why or how, but my first story was in second grade when this guy was like a mutant hybrid Birdman. Now I know in the real world, you probably think that's a very stupid story and stupid idea that they, make third graders read and high in, elementary school or whatever. But actually, my idea that I want to talk to you as about is genetic engineering, and especially in genetic engineering in embryological development stages, meaning that it can cause a lot of great things to happen. Now, I know this is a very, very, very big topic in the media today, and I know that a lot of people are very, very, very passionate about their ideas about this topic. But I want to do this in the most professional and courteous way without putting any of my opinions forth. All I'm trying to do is I'm simply trying to say, here's what it's all about in a scientific manner. I'm not trying to force any ideas upon anybody, so please don't feel like I'm walking on or stepping on anybody's toes at this point. Now, before I dive straight deep into the whole ideas of genetic engineering in humans and embryos, I want to quickly go over a few important things that scientists have actually done in the past decade about genetic engineering. And I take that back. There have been a lot of things, not just a few. Things from bananas that have vaccinations in them, to egg-laying chickens that have proteins that fight off cancer, all the way to glow-in-the-dark cats. Scientists actually made some really, really, really great and amazing discoveries. And I don't actually know why glow-in-the-dark cats are a really good discovery, but it was in the top 10 of things in this article, and it looked really cool, so I added it into the video, even though that's really weird, and I really want one because it seems really cool. Take super-absorbing carbon plants, for example. Humans expel over 9 gigatons of carbon into the atmosphere each year, and yes, 9 gigatons is the actual numerical amount of that amount of carbon that's actually in the atmosphere, and with plants only taking up 5 gigatons of that into their plants, well, 4 gigatons of carbon is expelled into the air each year. And by the way, carbon is not good. It kind of is good for plants and stuff, and is often stereotyped as something very, very good and beneficial, but it's not, because it actually leads to things like global warming and the greenhouse effect, which is a very, very, very bad thing. So we're solving world problems here, folks. It's not about crazy human mutant monster things that are being made in laboratories for fun and LOLs. Other examples of genetic modification in animals and plants include the genetic modification of mosquitoes that could end malaria, which is caused by plasmodium. They've genetically modified mosquitoes. When they reproduce, they automatically die before they can prevent plasmodium, or they can just stop having immunity to plasmodium, and once the plasmodium enters a mosquito, then the plasmodium just dies off. Except that causes some problems because plasmodium is very, very, able to get resistant to things. But anyways, that's just a whole different topic that I will one day hopefully cover in another featured Breakthrough Junior Challenge video. I'm really excited. The list goes on and on and on for all the amazing discoveries that scientists have made, and yet we're embarking on a whole new journey of genetically modifying humans and embryos. And it's kind of getting somewhere, but kind of sort of not, until the CRISPR-Cas9 system was involved. And that is a really, really big breakthrough, which is the main reason why I'm making this video. Recently, a new discovery has been made that allows scientists to be able to go in and genetically modify living cells, including human cells and human embryo cells. And this system is called the CRISPR-Cas9 system. If you're interested in things like crazy lizard people that can breathe underwater or something weird like that, this is where things get really, really cool and also very interesting. So let's take a look at how the CRISPR-Cas9 system actually works. Here's what a single strand of DNA looks like inside your body. It's the coding of who you are, and with over 3 billion letters in our genome, every single person on the earth is unique and different. No two people are exactly alike. DNA is made out of 2 strands that are twisted up in the formation of a double helix, and when the formation of DNA is complete, it ends up looking something really cool like this. And by the way, I tried to make one of these before, like trying to demonstrate them, like doing this, like the whole physical, demonstration thing, and trust me, it is very difficult to make DNA. However, there are sometimes mutations in a person's DNA, and sometimes they're very good mutations, and sometimes they're very bad mutations. Let's take HPV, for example, which is responsible for the formation of the protein beta thalassemia, which causes a blood disorder. Scientists are now able to look at a human embryo's genome and are able to pinpoint if HPV or any other harmful mutations exist in your genome. The CRISPR-Cas system was actually discovered while studying bacteria. Scientists were actually going around looking at the immune system of bacteria and realized about how they were able to fight off viruses. This system was called the Cas9 protein. It was available as a way to actually go in and actually eliminate the virus. And here's how that works. Whenever a bacteria detects the virus in the system, it produces 2 short pieces of RNA that contain a sequence that matches the one invading virus. They come together in a protein called Cas9. Cas9 is a special kind of protein called a nuclease, which is able to cut the DNA. Remember the guide RNA, which contains the matching sequence of DNA from the bacteria? Cas9 cuts the DNA of the virus, disabling it from doing any further harm. So you're probably wondering why the heck we're actually learning about viruses and how they fight off bacteria. And well, trust me, it makes a reason, it makes sense, and here's why. Scientists have realized that Cas9 can be changed not only to cut viral DNA, but also cut any DNA, including human DNA. Scientists are now able to change the RNA sequence inside the Cas9, allowing it to find the exact gene mutation that's causing problems. Then zips the DNA and replaces the old DNA strand with the new one, forming the Cas9 protein. If the replacement is successful, Cas9 will cut the DNA. So we'll try to fix this cut, but it's often faulty, which results in the mutation being disabled. But now scientists are even better, are able to go in and actually replace the old DNA with the new DNA. So we can either replace the bad mutation with a good mutation, or if they want to add some cool wing genes, they can always do that too, and they can make a human Birdman. Just kidding, that would be very difficult, and that would take years of research, but still, that'd be really cool if that actually happened. Cas9 is actually really, really important because, believe it or not, it could actually eradicate all the genetic disorders in the world. I'm talking about cancer, I'm talking about AIDS, I'm talking about autism. Imagine that one simple, easy, money-efficient, easy-to-use system could eradicate cancer, AIDS, autism, every single genetic disorder known to man. That, I don't know how else you could describe a scientific breakthrough. There's a huge controversy going on right now in genetic modification, especially in humans. For a lot of people, it's against their morals, and many scientists believe it could be extremely dangerous because, obviously all these genes are hereditary, meaning that they get passed down from one generation to the next. This year, Chinese scientists were the first to genetically modify human embryos successfully. Well, sorta, kinda. And no, it wasn't something crazy like a human bird hybrid guy. Okay, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Don't think that people are gonna turn to birds in the next year or so. What they have done is they actually have successfully altered the gene beta thalassemia, which is a rare but very serious mutation in genes. Of the 86 embryos tested, 71 of them survived, and only 54 were genetically tested. Of those 54, only 20 of those were actually genetically spliced, and even a fewer amount of those were contained the actual replacement DNA for beta thalassemia. It's obviously still a work in progress for the whole genetic embryological development, but scientists have been able to go into actual humans, adult humans who are like me, even though I'm not really an adult yet, but anyways, another topic. What they have been able to do is they've actually been able to go in and actually reverse blindness. They've been able to stop AIDS, and they've been able to shoot cells, make them more fluid resistant to the AIDS virus, and they've actually even been able to stop multiplying cancer cells. So really what we're doing here is we're actually solving really, really, really big world problems. And the even cooler thing about Cas9 is that it actually is able to go in and actually genetically modify multiple genes at one time. So it's actually even better than the other previous one they theorized about. A lot of people lately have been petitioning things like this, and a lot of people believe that before you know it, they're going to be quote-unquote designer babies, which means people are going to come in and say, hey, I want my baby to look like this, I want them to have a round face, I want them to have a flat face, I want them to have a very beautiful face, I want them to have brown eyes instead of blue eyes, I want them to have a darker skin color, I want them to have a lighter skin color. There are lots of different things that genetics can do, obviously, and it's a very, very almost considered quote-unquote godlike thing to do, because once again you have the power to basically edit somebody. You can actually change something on somebody, whereas before this is just you're born, this is what you have, deal with it kind of thing. But the one thing I really want to get across to you guys, and I really want to make very, very important to you guys, is the whole idea of the stereotype genetic engineering. A lot of people believe that what's going on right now is people are just trying to change eye color. People are just going around trying to change skin color. That is not what's going on, guys. Even I thought that before I started making this video. I thought that scientists are basically just going around changing eye color and people, making them more appearance and more beautiful. And that's absolutely not true. What they're trying to do is they're trying to eliminate disease, they're trying to save lives, and they're trying to do more genetic research. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching this video. I had so much fun making it. I hope you guys had as much fun watching it as I had making it. Hopefully you did, but I'm glad you picked out something. And also, I just want to thank you guys so much for checking out this video. It means a lot to me. Thank you.